Hello everyone. Thank you for joining for this webinar. We are waiting for a few more attendees to join. So we will be starting this webinar in next 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay. Hello everyone. I can see a couple of attendees have joined now. So we shall start the webinar now. So first of all, a warm welcome to all of you to this webinar on cloud-based design or cloud-based 3D design from anywhere, anytime, and any device. So in this particular webinar, we are going to see how you can design from anywhere, anytime, and there is no restriction on your device. Wherever you are, you can completely do your 3D modeling work from anywhere. So I'm your host for today, Mr. Vaibhav Dhuri. I work as a senior technical consultant for Beacon, and I'm an extreme user of SolidWorks for a couple of years now. So before going to that, we'll just discuss the today's agenda. First of all, for this particular webinar, I would first introduce you to something that we all are looking forward towards, the 3D experience platform. So you may have attended a couple of webinars on the same. So what is 3D experience platform? That is what we are going to understand. Secondly, because 3D experience platform contains a lot of portfolios, but today we are going to focus on this particular portfolio called as design portfolio. And majorly on design portfolio, something that we all wanted to know about, that is the CAD on cloud or designing completely on cloud. And interestingly, we have something that would take you through the next level, what would be on cloud, so that we are going to park at the end of the session. And during the session, if you have any questions, any doubts, I would request you to park all your sessions for the end of this session. Park all your questions for the end of this session, so that we can answer them properly. And in the end, you can use the chat box to ask your questions. So let's go ahead with this. So talking about 3D experience, what is 3D experience? So there is a lot of going on 3D experience platform, cloud-based platform, PLM capabilities, a lot of things we talk about what it actually is and what is there for you as a customer in it. It's a business innovation platform. Actually, it's a business innovation platform. It does not only take care of your design, it does not only take care of your design related workflows, but it's a business innovation platform. It is actually a business operating system. It's actually a collaboration system, a data management system. It contains product design capabilities and development system capabilities, as well as a communication system. And the best part is the complete power is in your hands. You can access the same thing, okay, or access all the workflows or all the work that you do inside your organization from your fingertips. So you can use this platform on your regular devices, Windows based devices, Mac based devices, mobile phones, Android phones, iOS phones, everywhere, thin client devices, no restriction on device because of the power of cloud. Now this has a more gateway towards 3D CAD, because till now what we have seen is 3D CAD softwares are very important with respect to the design perspective, as we have seen in a couple of decades. But what is more here with respect to cloud that we are going to see today. Now let me just give you an introduction to 3D experience platform and how it compares with the existing thing. So existing desktop based tools. So basically on 3D experience platform or cloud platform, we have to use our web browser, okay, and on the desktops we have our operating system. So operating system like Windows, you have Mac, all those are different operating systems. So there is some limitation with respect to which type of software you can install with respect to particular OS. Here you can utilize couple of browsers for your designs and further downstream activities. Secondly, similar to our services that we have on the desktop, here we have the complete platform which combines you with the software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service, which also takes care of the complete maintenance, automatic backups, and automatic upgrades. So you don't need to worry about that. That is all included inside this infrastructure, services, and platform, including maintenances, backups, and upgrades. Apart from that, here in the desktop version, we have something called as licenses, which is binded to your system, right? But on 3D experience platform, instead of licensing, we have rules, which gives you the flexibility to access from anywhere. You're not bind to a particular system. You can access things from anywhere. So there would be no licensing, but something called as rules that we are going to understand today. And like we have our add-ins or different tools that we use inside our licenses, here inside rules we have applications. So applications would be of different types, which would help cater different needs depending on what role you have in your organization. And in the your regular desktop systems, you may have something called as a login, or you need to have an activation key for the particular license. Here we have login for the complete access of those tools. So that is through 3D password. So from 3D password, you can access 3D experience platform from anywhere. Only thing you need to do is just push in your login credentials and you're good to go with it. And generally on desktop systems, you push your data completely on your hard drive, okay, or the drive systems. Here the data is centrally located at a data center, which gives you an access and flexibility to work from anywhere. Apart from that, you may have a network adapter through which you are connected to a LAN, and through which you are trying to access data, which creates an hassle while working with such complex data, which 3D CAD has all the references maintaining. So here, because the data is on public cloud, your data is completely safe, completely secure, and you don't need to worry about it, even though you are working from different cities. And like you, whenever you use your design tools, you have your workspace, you have your table or your desk where you use it. Here there is no limitation of disk, because the data is secured inside a tenant and you can access your tenant from anywhere. So that is the benefit of cloud that we have. So this is the portfolio of 3D experience platform, which contains different verticals. One is collaboration, which is very important. The need of the hour, where we had faced from last few years, the scenarios that we have faced with respect to the COVID-19 period, where most of the businesses were stood down. People were struggling how to work on things, how to get back on track, do the same activities which they used to carry from their workspace or organization. So there's where this particular portfolio collaboration has its roots in, where you can collaborate from anywhere. You can work with different teams sitting out in their homes in different cities. You can collaborate them from anywhere. Apart from that, it has a design portfolio, which we are going to focus today, which we talk next. Then it has a complete PLM system that is connected to cloud. And apart from that, simulation is also on cloud, which we are going to talk. So talking about the design portfolio. So design, when I say, it's a very eccentric role for a designer. So majorly the 3D CAD tools you may have been using for a couple of decades. SolidWorks is one of the the de facto engineering tool which has been used in many organizations. Now your regular SolidWorks is a desktop based installation. So you need to have your hardware. The license is located on that hardware. You need to access your PC or your laptop from that particular system. Only you can start SolidWorks. You need to activate that license. So that is one thing that we used to do till 2020. With the introduction of 3D experience platform, it changed the SolidWorks scenario, and which has introduced some new capabilities with SolidWorks. Or we can say, instead of the plain vanilla version of SolidWorks, your SolidWorks, your favorite tool, has upgraded to connected. So this, we call it as 3D experience SolidWorks, because it is connected to cloud. Okay, so connected to cloud means you have your data access on SolidWorks from cloud. So there, whatever you create on your laptop can be accessed from from different systems. The only thing is, here the installation is still required. So we have already done a webinar last month, 25th Jan, on the same thing, where what is the new upgrade of SolidWorks, 3D experience SolidWorks, and we have talked about all the full potential capabilities of SolidWorks connected. Okay, so SolidWorks connected means it is still you have the installations on your system, but your data is centralized. You don't need to worry about that. Your data is completely backed up, data is secure, and data is centralized. So what is the next step towards cloud in terms of design? So here, with 3D experience platform, apart from SolidWorks, there is a new there is an upgrade on the design rules, which is the complete cloud based design, or we can call it as CAD on cloud. So which contains couple of applications like XDesign or 3D Creator, 3D Sculptor, Sheet Metal Creator, Structure Creator, and Mold Creator. So this is what is going to be our focus today, and we are going to talk about these rules, how you can completely design 3D models that you used to do inside your regular tools, but without any installation, without any major hardware requirements, and without the need of depending upon a particular OS, depending upon a particular type of system, and accessing it from anywhere, no barriers. So let us talk about each of this one by one. So first I'm going to focus on 3D Creator. So 3D Creator is basically a browser-based modeling tool. So as we are talking about Canon Cloud, so it has its roots in accessing data from anywhere, and that's why it's a browser-based system. So because most of us, we have browser, that is something which is very common on all the systems. We have your laptops, we have different browser like Chrome, Safari. If you're using a MacBook, you have Safari or Firefox. If you're using tablets or your mobile phones, you also have browsers. So this is something which is very common and which can be easily accessible. So there's where 3D Creator, you can access it from your browser. And 3D Creator is a parametric modeling tool. So when I say parametric modeling tool, all the feature-based capabilities, solid modeling capabilities, you can completely do it here. And then we have here it also includes machine learning. So it basically understands your activities that you carry out in this particular tool and makes it ways through it, so that it suggests you certain scenarios which would help you to work much more faster. So let us go ahead and see how this tool works. So let me take you through it live. I am now going to my particular browser. Now here I have my interface opened up. So I've logged in with my credentials from a browser. It's a Firefox browser on 3D Experience platform. Here I have a couple of dashboards. So of which I've chosen the design dashboard. And here on the compass, I have a couple of roles. So if you see, this is a particular role which I have, and it contains two different applications which on which I'm going to work on. So let me start my design. For example, if I try to open any assembly, so please notice that I'm not using a very hardcore system. I'm just using a basic system for this workflow today. And the same thing can be accessed on your mobile phones. Same thing can be accessed on your tablets, on the basic devices as well. So this is really great for someone who works on field with customers and don't have access to very hardcore hardware systems. Now, our focus today would be on this particular assembly. So let me take you through the interface of 3D Creator. First of all, you have similar kind of interface what you have in SolidWorks. So the design manager is on left hand side. The command manager is used to be on the top in SolidWorks. It is now at the bottom. So here we call it as an action bar. We have a couple of features like sketching capabilities, solid based feature modeling capabilities, parametric capabilities, surfacing tools, assembly, something new called as design guidance, and a few other tools to measure, add material, insert sketch, and couple of sections and everything. Plus it also contains PLM tools where you can also bump up revisions, change maturities, and go through the complete PLM workflows on the go from this tool. So talking about this particular assembly, we are going to start working on this right away. So let me switch to one more tab here, where I'm going to start a new design, and we are going to recreate a particular yoke here. So I'll just make this full screen, and here I'll start working on the new yoke file. So the modeling capabilities are similar of what you have already learned in SolidWorks, but I'll just take you through all the capabilities, which include sketch, feature-based modeling, and using different modeling tools. So here are my planes. I can start sketching on these planes right away, and this easy access of tools helps me to select different tools which are needed. So here I can start by creating circles. I'll just add two concentric circles here, and then if I want to dimension it, I can simply dimension this. I'll just enter 50 mm for now, and then I'll just enter here, let's say 35 mm. Okay, now once this is entered, I'll just convert that into a 3D model just by creating an extrude like we used to do. So here I'll just select the sketch as a profile, and here itself I can simply go to the mid plane of it and extrude this by, let's say, 50 mm. So I'll just enter here 50, and this would be extruded. Now if I'll just add a few more sketches to this, few more features. So I'll just start by a particular circle, one more here, and this grid lines help me to be in connected with my tools. So here I'll just start a particular circle and then add a line to this and convert that into a center line. Okay, let me add all the dimensions. So here we'll just enter about 20, and the inner I would just make short to 12, and I'll just change this back to 12 here. Okay, and the distance between this two, I'll just make that as about 50. Okay, now once this is entered, I can also add relations, which we used to do. So here I can just convert that into an extrude. Now before doing that, going back to my sketch, I'll just add a few more features. Here I'll just select this vertical edge, and it would automatically suggest me that I need to convert this. I can simply convert this out. If I want to add a few more entities, let's say for example, if I want to connect this to, I can simply start by connecting this. Okay, and then if I wish to add relations, you can see automatically the tangent relation has been added here. Only thing I need to add here is a new tangent relation, and this will be connected. Now if I select this one and the center line, it would automatically suggest me for a mirror. So on the go, I have created a mirror, and using this mouse shortcuts, I can simply use the trim command to trim this section out from here. Now once I have done that, I can simply go to my extrude command and start extruding this. So I'll just choose it into the mid plane and extrude this, let's say by about 30 mm. Okay, so once I've extruded this, this would be a solid model. Now let me add some more features here. So here what I'm going to add is a shell feature, which we have already used in SolidWorks. So here we'll just make a shell of about 5 mm, and I'm going to select this particular face for shelling. So now notice that once I add this shell, you would find that this particular shell command would give me an issue in manufacturing these kind of parts. If you still want to check how, I'll just bump up a section view. So here you can see in the section view that this areas are little difficult to manufacture. So we cannot create this kind of shell. So what we can do here is I'll just edit this shell command, and there is one more option called as advanced shell custom thickness. So here I can add a custom thickness. So for example, I want the custom thickness from this interface, and my total width is about 50, of which the total distance I have 35. I'll just enter that, and I'll just divide this by 2 because of thickness. I'll just divide this by 2, so that is 7.5. So the whole idea here is you can not only input numerical values, but you can also enter equations directly. You can see we have solved the problem. Now next we just go ahead and select few edges here. So here you can see I have these edges. I have suggestion for a fillet. I can add that fillet on the go. Here I can just add a fillet of, let's say, about 1 mm, and then if I want to select few other like this, and here this one, I can simply add that. This particular face, if I want to add as a fillet, I can simply select that face, this face if required, and here if I want to add this face, I can do that automatically to take all the adjacent edges, this face and the inner one as well. So I've added all the fillets. I'll just enter it. I can see all the fillets are automatically added, and now here I need to create one more cut. So let me start sketching on this particular plane. So once I've started sketching here, I can start by creating a rectangle. So using rectangle, I'll just create a basic rectangle here. Okay. Now after adding this, you can see that once we've added a rectangle, all the required constraints would be automatically added. So let me go ahead and delete this particular 2 constraints. Okay, now we have deleted that, we can just push this inside a little bit. Okay, and here I'll just add one more center line, taking this as a reference so that I can later on revolve this completely, and I'll just convert this into a center line first. And after that, let me using this particular center line as a reference, I'll add some dimensions for this. So I can quickly add this span of total span of, let's say, 43, and the angle between these two entities, I'll just make it as close to 3 degrees. You can see my sketch is fully constrained. Now all I need to do is just go ahead and convert that into 3D. So I just choose a particular command and I wish to revolve this out. Oops, okay, I did a mistake here. I just extruded that, but I don't need to worry because of the super feature technology. If I try, if I make any kind of these mistakes with the super feature technology of 3D experience, X design, I can convert any extrude to revolve or sweep for that matter. I just need to select the revolve axis here. And here I'll just enter, I want it 360 degrees. Okay. Even if I have converted that into a solid, I want to convert that back to a cut. Simply go to the same editing features. I'll just select the cut option here. And I have a couple of options. So you don't need to worry about if you make any mistake. You can simply go to that particular feature, and with the super feature technology, you have quick ways to make your changes. Now, once we have done that, let me simply use this particular plane to create a mirror of the seam. So here, in here, I have the mirror options where I can completely create a body mirror on the go and merge it. Now, we have created this particular part. Okay, let us go ahead and use this in our assembly. Okay, so here we already have a previous yoke. You want to replace it. All I need to do is just go to the replace command in the assembly. Now let me also talk about the modeling interface. So here you have a single modeling interface. You don't need to work separately on parts, separately interface for assemblies, maintaining different type of templates for that. You have single modeling interface. I want to edit this. I'll just double click here. I'm in the part editing interface. I want to work on the assembly. I can start working by double clicking here. I'm in the assembly editing interface. So I have all the assembly features ready on. If I want to replace a particular component, I can select that, go to the replace command. And now while replacing also, because it has inbuilt PLM capabilities, you can replace it with respect to a different component or a different revision on the go or a different configuration. So this saves you a couple of time, when you want to make quick changes with respect to different revisions. No matter, we will just change this particular component now. I'm going to choose this component, and the benefit of 3D experience platform, uh, the the first use case that when you can use it anywhere, and because the data is centralized on cloud, you don't need to even search it or navigate to that particular data. You can simply use the 3D search capabilities where I can enter the new yoke, just a keyword that I need to enter. It would automatically filter down things, and there are different 6W tags which you can use to filter things out, using what kind of data it is, where the data was located, who created that data, when it is created. So I just select this, add it here. Okay, and here I will, once it is added here with the A1 revision, I'll just hit OK. Now this particular old yoke would be replaced by my new yoke, and with all the references we are going to replace it. So while replacing, also notice that there are a couple of mates, there are a couple of components which are connected. So we may face some issues, and and X design is actually actually help us to solve these issues. So how we can replace all the mate references just by accessing them here. I have a problem for this particular phase. I just need to give it a new one. I'll just select this phase as a reference. Automatically solved. This has issues. I'll select this as a reference. Solved. This has an issue. I'll select this one as a reference. Quickly done. This one, I'll go for this interface. Boom. And here I have issues with this face. I can simply select this one, and everything is solved. My part is completely replaced with all the references in the assembly, but still you might find some interferences. Yes. Okay, so here also we have interference reduction option where you can actually check, but this is something which you can directly see. So I'll just edit. So let me just go ahead and see the total span which I need to reduce. So I can use the measure command. So here we have the measure command, and where I can check the total span that I need to reduce. So from this particular section, I'm just going to measure things out, and the distance between uh, those sections we are going to calculate. So I have my mask properties currently on, where I can actually select out things. So I'll just edit this particular part, my arm. Okay, and in the editing interface, I'm going to edit this. And there might be an issue with respect to any of like you are working on field, and you may face issues with respect to any changes that you have done. You might find some network issues. So that time, because of the complete cloud backup, you don't need to worry about that. Here, as you can see, as I refresh my complete interface, my internet, I can quickly access the same data which I was working on. And you can see we have all the references ready. I'm just going to edit this back. Just by clicking this, I am now in the part editing interface. You can see that this has been highlighted, and I just need to increase this by a particular distance of, let's say, 10 mm. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go to this particular feature and edit this. So this cut, which was previously 24, I can quickly change that to add 10 more in it. I'll just change this to add 10 more here. 34. Okay. And once I go back to the main assembly, everything will be automatically updated. So what you have seen here is 3D experience platform contains this particular tool called as 3D Creator. It's a very easy to use tool that and is capable of doing all the capabilities that we have done on the desktop products. And even though I had some network fluctuations, I just had to refresh my internet connection. Okay, whenever I have any issue, and because the data is completely backed up on cloud, I did not had any losses. So this is the power of 3D experience platform. So let me take you back here. So what we have seen here is a 3D creator, which we just couple of capabilities with respect to 3D modeling, different AI capabilities, which suggest you commands on the go, so that the designs are created much more fast and much more efficiently, and flexibility of workflows where we have super feature technology, we have single modeling environment and built-in revision control. Okay, and few other collaboration tools, so that everyone from your organization would be connected, be it manufacturing, be it design, be it management. And this data can be connected to your regular SolidWorks desktops as well. So next we are going to see 3D Sculptor, which is a sub-D modeling tool, which has different capabilities that than we have currently seen. So any of you that have faced issues with respect to creating very complex shapes, artistic shapes, or ergonomic shapes, so this is the right tool for you, or the right technology for you, called as sub-divisional modeling. So let us see what's there in it for us. So in the same interface, now the benefit of the xApps or the CAD on Cloud interface on 3D Experience platform is I can switch between different modeling scenarios. For example, now I want to work on the different application called as 3D Sculptor, which contains this tool called as X Shape. I don't need to turn it on. I can simply go here. Just as we switch a tab in SolidWorks, I can switch here to different application, and this parametric modeling interface or X design or 3D creator interface would be converted into 3D sculptor interface on the go, and the features are completely connected. You're not switching any tool here now. Now, let me go ahead and introduce you. So the features are a little different here. Here we have subdivisional modeling features. So I'm just going to create a base of this. So let me unhide this particular base. So this base basically contains a couple of sketches. I'll just turn this on. So from the assembly modeling environment, I'm back into the part modeling environment just with a single click. And here, with respect to this particular sketches, which are super oriented, I'll just create a very artistic shape. So here I have different type of primitives, of which I'm just going to select the box one. And here I am just mapping this box to this location. So then taking reference of a top view, I'll just scale this up a little bit so that it is adjusted with respect to my top view sketch. And here I have couple of other controls where I can control the division. So I want on this side, I want only 2 divisions, so that I can control. Then if I want to scale this down, with respect to my front sketch, I can do that. Okay, and I've just narrowed it down, flattened this. Now I'll just accept this for the moment, and the beautiful workflows would start now, wherein first of all I'll just use a center plane to create a symmetry. So this particular plane I'll choose as my symmetry plane, so that anything that we do on one side will be replicated automatically on the other side. So which the magic you are going to see now. Here I'll just select these entities. First of all, I need to turn on my selection. I'll just select these entities, and pushing and pulling it, I'll just create this complex shape very easily. And I need to map this down to the background sketch. So here I'll just select few more entities, push them up to match it here, and spreading this out, and then selecting everything, pulling this down so that it matches. And this particular section I'll just pull out to match it here. You can see within seconds, not even minutes, within seconds I've covered everything. Then going to the front view, for example, if I want to flatten a particular section here, that I can do. So here let's say I want sharp edges. I can simply go to this particular command, and here I have selections for edge loops. So here I can select these loops directly on the go and flatten this out. You can see we have flattened this. There are these last edges which are remaining. Done. I'll just turn this off. We'll do this once more. I'll just go ahead and first select this command, flatten this particular edge, then this one. And because we have symmetry on, it is all replicated on the other side as well. You can see I've created something which is flat. Okay, and then if I want to delete any of these loops, I can simply select here and hit the delete button, and everything will be deleted on the go. So we have very smooth surfaces created. Okay, I'll just exit from this, and then I can, if I want to shell this out, I can do that. So here we have the similar shell command. I'll just go ahead and select all the faces, and with the tangent selection, everything will be parallelly selected, and I'll just create a shell of 2 mm. Done. So let me hide, go ahead and go back to the stand. You can see that how we have created this particular shape. So this is what the power of sub-D modeling that we have inside 3D Sculptor, which is very fast to use, very easy to use. So if you have if you have any concept that can be designed, if you have if you are a creative designer, an industrial designer, this is the right tool for you. And the best part is it has a single modeling environment. You can switch from a parametric modeling environment to a sculptor based, or push and pull interaction environment, where you can use the powerful sub-D modeling to create very complex surfaces. And it also has the same tools which includes cloud-based collaboration, PLM capabilities as well. So a great tool for a product design company which has creative engineers. Now next tool that we are going to see is the 3D sheet metal creator. So as the name suggests, this would be sheet metal capabilities on cloud, which you can use from any time, any device, and from anywhere. So this is a really useful tool for some designers who are mostly on field at the customer ends, and there they need to make the tweaks with respect to customer parameters or the site parameters on their sheet metal design. So that can be panels, control panel lifts. So these in industry will definitely benefit from this. So that we are going to see today. So here I have my sheet metal creator environment, where I have the assembly on which we are going to work. So similar to the previous thing, we'll just start by creating a sketch, and after adding the sketches, we will just add all the dimensions which are required. And here I'll just extrude that, and automatically the bends would be created with respect to an extrusion. Then using the wall on edge command, I'll just add a few more flaps to this, few more bends. Okay, and then we can create a few more flanges here. So these flanges can be narrowed down by limiting the geometry. And then if you want to add any type of clearances, that can be added, considering different K factors and bending allowances. If I want to add a sheet metal cutout, so even that can be added, which can be linked to the thickness. And here, if I want to add a few other things like these kind of cutouts, that can be created across different flanges. So if you want to add a simple flanges, small tabs, the tabs can be created on the go using the same ball on edge control. Okay, which automatically gives you different options for the side to select for the material, if you wanted material inside or outside. And you can see that because of the beautiful AI technology, it automatically suggests you the similar features on different sides. And also you can flatten out the complete parts on the go, and then this flattening can be exported to DXF. So here we want to add a corner relief. So even corner relief options are available. You can create different kind of corner reliefs. And the same thing, if you want to replicate on the other side, sheet metal capabilities would be mirrored on the other side as well using a particular reference plane. Now once this is completely done, you can see the complete flattening, and this can be used in the assembly environment, or this can be exported as an DXF file for your downstream manufacturing or laser cutting as well. So in the sheet metal capabilities, we have seen that how predictive this design can be, and the benefit of using sheet metal capabilities anywhere is really a great tool now. And in such scenarios where designers needs to go out on fields, and where in-house design changes are not possible, this is a really great tool, because this is not limited to a particular system or a particular hardware. This can be used on your tablets, on your mobile phones, anywhere. Or if they field engineers, if they have a basic laptops, even this is a great tool for them for making very small changes based on the client's requirement. Now moving to the next part, here we have 3D structure creator. Now 3D structure creator, definitely it's a structure modeling tool. So the Wellman capabilities that you have used in SolidWorks, this is a similar kind of thing, but it is now completely on cloud. So we have different structural members, like we used to have in our desktop tools, with different structural profiles. You can trim members, you can generate BOM directly, and here is, you don't need any hardware or no installation is required. So let us see what is there in it. So the tool is named as 3D structure creator. So it has the same cloud environment, where you can simply create first by a particular reference model, and then selecting these edges, you can convert that into a structure on the go. So in this structure library, we have a couple of different structural profiles which can be utilized, which can be used. Here you can have different sections, different type of sections, and based on the particular library, you can select their positioning. Once these members are added, you can see that these needs to be trimmed. So here we have once we've added couple of members, primary, secondary members, we can set them, and based on which we can also create the trim sections with respect to these sections. So if I want to modify any section anytime, that can be done simply going to that particular thing, double clicking on it. I can change the location. Here, if I want to trim a particular section, simply just by selecting the primary members, what kind of contact I needed, I can simply trim this with respect to a particular plane. Or if you want to trim this with respect to 3 members trimming, like this one, we can select the priorities, of which we want different contacts for this trimming. Planar contact can be selected. And a few other things like features like extrudes, even that can be used to create parts. And few other details, structural designs that can be added, like adding a plate, gussets. So 3D structure creator is a go-to tool for creating all these structures that you currently use using the desktop product. But here you don't have any limitation for the hardware. Plus you can export the complete BOM with all the cut list and the lengths of the different sections to an Excel file. So here that file can be linked on cloud, and then that can be reached to the particular procurement manager, because he can have the same access on cloud, and any changes or any revisions will be updated to him on the go. So isn't this a complete connected tool where you have the flexibility of using such powerful capabilities on your fingertips, plus you are connected in an organization. So the benefits basically includes the improved design productivity by using an interface which is tailored for structural 3D design, with all the toolbar context menus features are specific to structured designs only, and you can freely create structural members based on any sketch entities. If you want to add more structural members, more structural profiles, that can be added. You can use model edges, a basic reference 3D model to create a structure. You can select different profiles from the extensive library that we have. You can rapidly perform different trim operations at corner ends. You can streamline the structure design workflows with automated functionalities like adding gussets and plates, or any caps. So basically you would go from design to manufacturing with very fast in this particular tool using automated catalyst. Now the end tool in this particular section is the mold creator. So it is basically mold capabilities on the browser, and it has all the similar functionalities that we have seen till now, but this contains extensive mold capabilities, and it has an automated experience to dedicated and to conceptual detail engineering or a detail tooling. So the mold creator basically 3D mold creator on the 3D experience platform has specialized and automated functionalities for creating core cavity extractions and inserts as well. So here I have this particular part. So this part can be any kind of model, imported model. So first I would start by adding a pulling direction. So after the pulling direction is selected, this would automatically create a parting line just by using the suggestions, using the pulling direction as a reference. And once this section, the parting line is created, we can automatically use the shut off surface from the suggestions. So this shut off surface will automatically shut off all the voids, and taking the same reference, we can also go ahead and create a parting surface. So we can put the distance of this parting surface, the direction, and the propagation can be controlled here. Now once this is controlled, you can basically add the tooling split. So here automatically we have the options for adding a tooling split or inserts as well. So here we just need to select the parting surface, shut off surface, which is automatically selected. We just enter the cavity thickness and core thickness, and if you want to add any kind of offsets, those offsets can be added across the insertions, and then the core and cavity would be automatically created, you can see. And this is working on a browser. So great tool for tooling engineers. On the go they can create their molds, if, even if they have work from home scenarios where they cannot go on their workshop, they can use this particular tool, which will help them to design accurate molds and reduce the engineering cost per jobs. You can incorporate last minute part changes quickly, just by sitting at your home, or a different location where you don't have access to your local system. From your mobile phone you can make these kind of quick tooling changes to reduce the design to manufacturing time. You can resolve the mold design issues faster with the customer. As soon as the customer ask for a particular change, that can be incorporated very easily, and that can be matured through the PLM scenarios that we have on the 3D experience platform. And obviously because of cloud based, completely designed on cloud, we have reduced the cost of hardware needed by the mold designers, so they don't need to spend on that particular infrastructure or that particular hardware. That is completely taken care on 3D experience platform. So till now what we have seen is complete CAD on cloud, how you can do all the designing on cloud, which basically includes parametric modeling using 3D Creator, subdivisional modeling using 3D Sculptor, then parametric sheet metal capabilities on cloud using a browser on the 3D sheet metal creator, and complete structure modeling capabilities providing you bomb, cut list, exact lengths for developing your structures using the 3D structure creator. And for the tooling industry, you have mold creator giving you mold extensive automated mold capabilities, creation of core cavity and inserts automatically, and accessing everything from cloud. So I hope you all have liked these particular capabilities that we have showcased, and you would be definitely interested, having this at your workplace. So we would definitely like to connect with you on that, and where if we can we can interact with you on the same and understand your requirements, we would definitely like to do that. Please contact our team and mail or a telephone. So moving forward, what's next? We have seen 3D experience platform. We have seen what was there in past with respect to connecting SolidWorks to cloud. We've seen the future where you can completely design on cloud, or we can say CAD on cloud, 3D CAD on cloud. So what is next? What is a new thing that we are going to bring on table next time in this series of webinar? So after design on cloud, we would like to punch on simulation on cloud. So we are going to conduct this particular webinar next week, February, Wednesday, and which is basically advanced level FEA solution on cloud. So how you can do complete simulation on cloud, that we are going to talk about. So, and this particular technology is an advanced level technology for FEA, where but the solution is called as 3D experience work simulation solution, Simulia, which is which, which has been a de facto simulation tool in many big engineering organizations, and that is now available on 3D experience platform. So I would request you all to park on your seats for this particular webinar and register now. And if you want any of this help for getting the registration link, kindly contact us. And if you want the recording of previous webinar which we did on 3D experience SolidWorks, please let us know. Please kindly mail us. So this is the ID on which you can call or mail if you need any help, any doubts, or if you need recordings of the previous webinar. We would like to help you out there. And with this, I would like to end this session with a Q&A, where if you have any doubts, please use the chat window to push on your doubts. We would definitely like to help you out there. So, gentlemen, if you have any questions, please use the chat window to push your questions. We would like to answer them in the next 5 minutes now. Okay, so there are a couple of questions that we have. So one question is, can we create assemblies and drawing as well? Okay, I would like to answer that. So first of all, we can create assemblies. As I've showcased you that particular assembly, the monitor stand, that was in complete assembly of multiple components. Okay, and in the same environment you have assembly editing. In the same environment you have part editing. You don't have different templates like we had from SolidWorks, like a separate template for parts, separate for assembly. That we don't have here. We have a single modeling environment because it won't confuse you in working on lightweight devices. So that's why the complete workflows are very simplified. Yes, we can do the complete assemblies. Drawings, for that matter, yes, drawings. We have a particular tool separate from drawings, other than the tools that we have showcased. The tool is a installation based drafter tool. So that particular tool is limited to Windows based devices only. Okay, it is also cloud connected. You can access your drawings from anywhere. You can access all these parts that you've created on the 3D creator or 3D sculptor or the X applications, that can be accessed inside that drafting tool. But the use of that particular tool, drafter tool, is only limited to Windows based devices. So that cannot be used on other operating systems like Mac or iOS. But for 3D modeling, is completely irrespective of the OS. Okay, is 3D creator limited to parts only? No, as I've already answered, it is not it is not limited to parts only. You can have you can design assemblies, you can design parts, you can design surfaces, and with the addition of interchange between different tools like X applications, you can add X shape or 3D sculptor capabilities in between. You're using 3D creator components or structural design directly using the switching options. How about the data protection? A good question here. So data protection is completely secure. So there is a 5-level security on the tenant, which would be on the data center. Your data would be completely secured. As you have already seen during my particular workflow also, I had some network fluctuations at my place. Only thing I need to do is in a couple of minutes, I've just replaced. I did not even save that file, but still that was automatically backed up from the last session. So this is how the data is completely backed up, completely synced, and completely secured. You won't find any kind of data losses or data insecurities. How the license works for individuals? Sir, if you would like to elaborate more on this, I would request you to please contact us on the below given ID and park your question there so that we can understand your question in much better manner. So I hope I've answered a couple of questions. If you still have any questions, please send us a mail on the below given IDs. We would like to help you out there. Uh, Before ending this, we would like to answer few more questions here. There is a question: can the same files be edited further in the desktop applications? Yes, you can edit the files because these files has an interchangeable workflows with your existing desktop capabilities. You can edit this file as well. Can we integrate this on the web application or Oracle application for online configurator and BOM updates for production? See, these particular capabilities are shelled under 3D Experience platform. So you can access 3D Experience platform for for the integration. But if you want to use the data in any other application, you need to download that data from the cloud to your devices, and then can be used in the downstream applications. Okay, then there is a question: can the existing SolidWorks tool be connected to the new 3D Experience or cloud? See, your existing SolidWorks tool is already connected to cloud, but that tool is installation based tool where you need to have a very it has an hardware requirements. You need proper hardware systems for that. Okay, but your data there is completely connected to cloud. Here you don't have any installations, you don't have any hardware requirements, and your data is completely connected on cloud. So this is the difference between the 3D Experience SolidWorks and 3D Experience X applications, or CAD on cloud, what we call it here. Is this cloud thing based cloud thing part of standard or coming separate? See, this is not part of SolidWorks or SolidWorks standard professional premium. This is a separate tool which you can opt for. If you're looking for something where you want complete SolidWorks capabilities on cloud, then you can choose between different tools. And because we have multiple packages, multiple different tools based on the industry that you are in, or based on your role in the organization, you can choose between this role, choose between different packages. So if you still need help on that, please contact our sales team. We would definitely like to help you out there. However, the performance, will the performance be same as the traditional desktop? Definitely yes. So the performance would be definitely same that you're currently using. Even the performance would be improved because of the cloud, because this also contains cloud architecture and cloud processing. So that is included inside the package, or what we call as infrastructure as a service. So software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service, and maintenance and upgrades, that is completely included inside this package. So all the processing is done on cloud. So definitely the performance would be same or much better. I can call it that. Where can I use this software? Okay, this software can be used on any of the devices. It can be Windows devices, Windows laptop, thin client devices. It can be MacBooks. It can be iOS phone, iPhones, or Android phones as well. No limitation for device. So I hope I have answered all the questions that you have asked for. Can this cloud-based software work on iPad Pro? Definitely yes. This can be worked on any device. There is no limitation for it. On mobile, it is completely editable. You can find the same capabilities that we have seen in this webinar. From my basic laptop, I can use the same capabilities on my touch-based mobile phone. It can be iPhone, it can be Android devices. There is no restriction with respect to capabilities. There is no limitation with respect to capabilities based on device. So is it a complete replacement of computer-based SolidWorks? Uh, you can call it as a parallel tool for containing similar capabilities that we have on SolidWorks, where you can do the complete 3D modeling that you used to do on SolidWorks, but now on cloud. So I hope we have answered a couple of questions here. And here I would like to thank you all for attending this webinar. Hope this was a a great informative webinar for you, and we would definitely look for more input from your side with regarding to this particular products. So thank you everyone.